CBT here again, producer with the vibe. You're welcome to another video, and in this video I'm going to be doing something a lot different from what I've done in my previous videos. I think all my previous videos were focused more on the vocal aspect of things. I'm going to show you guys how to make an Afro beat on this particular tutorial right here on FL Studio. So let's get right into it. So I have my beats loaded up here already, and I'm gonna break it step by step so you all understand my workflow and how I make my beats. So let's get right into it.
It's the beats with the vibe.
So that's the beat right there. I think you all got the idea of the beat. So the idea of this beat is just a guitar kind of Afro beat, getting down with the bass guitar flow, getting the electric guitar, acoustic guitar kind of feel, and turning it into a full Afro beat. So I started with my drums. I'm just gonna start here. I started with my drums. Whenever I start making my beats, usually I either start with my drums or I start with my chord progressions. And a lot of people already know this, but for beginners it might be something actually new. But you can actually make chord progressions easily on FL Studio. I don't know about other DAWs, but you can actually make chord progressions easily on FL Studio. It's FL Studio made it very easy for you to actually achieve this, and I'm going to show that. But for this particular video, I started off with my drums, and here's what the drums sound like. So that's how the drum sounds like. What I did, I added this first. Let me solo this. I added this first, which was the kick. And then whenever I'm doing any kind of beat, I like getting the groove out of the kicks. Like most of the time I enjoy listening to my kick bounce, and then I just get the full groove out of the beat. So there is always something else too. I went to this bridge tool right here, and then I clicked the shift. I shifted the time with that swing tool. I shifted the time pitch a little, and then that's why it's bouncing. You can hear it as it's bouncing. So after that, I added the stick. So that's what the stick sounds like. After the stick, I added a bongo. And mind you, I did the same thing for almost all my drums. I did the same shift. Then after the bongo, I added another bongo again, just to double up the effects and get the vibe out of it. And then I was looking for something to actually push these bongos, like something in between to actually give that extra vibe. So I added a clap. So you could see just supporting the sound, and we're going. So I was looking for something extra to give the full on vibe for the beat. So I initially added this percussion, but later on I removed it due to adding, when I added a lot of things on the beat, it was just making the whole thing too much. But at this initial stage, I did added this. It was something that was driving my inspiration going. So for now, I'm going to turn it on. I'm going to show you why I turn it off later. So after that, I added this again, a conga, and here's what it sounds like. After that, I added a shaker, and here's what it sounds like with it. And after the shaker, I added a rim. Here's how it sounds, just to kind of layer it out and support the rest of the drums in some particular areas I wanted to hit. So you will listen to that now. And then after that, I added this again, another percussion, supporting this one again to actually make the beats fast and then swing a whole lot more. Just the groove, just to give it that groove, that full-on groove. So here's what it sounds like. So it's all about the groove. It's all about the sound, the swing, the bounce. Afrobeat is all about the bounce. So those are my drums. Those are what I did with the drums. And after the drums, I went straight to adding my chord progression. But for the chord progression, I actually used expand, and I used the guitar from the chord progression. I used the finger line-on guitar from expand under guitars, finger line-on acoustic guitar under the guitar. So here's what it sounds like. So this all together with the beats, here's what it sounds like. So I have this percussion right here, and in contrast with this, the way I added them in the order, here's what it sounds like. And this was the main reason why I had to turn off this percussion right here. So it was just making the beat too fast. So here's what it is now. So as you can see that it just started giving the beat this kind of groove. Before I separate all my patterns out, what I usually do is I play every one of these on the same pattern, because I'm gonna open this, and this method is very effective Okay, for people who don't really know music theory, is very effective. If you've gotten a very good chord progression already and you don't want to go off, you come here, click on this, click on help us, then enable ghosts, then come back. When you open this somewhere else, you will see your chord progression right here. So anything you actually place on this right now, that's if you have an idea of turn and you place them on this exact same notes, there is no way you can actually go off. I think that's one of my that was one thing that actually gave me a lot of inspiration when I'm stuck. I just keep putting notes on my first progression, keep putting notes, and then I keep having ideas and ideas keep coming up. So with that being said, that was the method I use in creating this. So I have this right here. It's the brass. And that was also from Expand, brass and woodwind, the hybrid brass. That is what I used there. And here's what it looks like. The notes, here's what they look like. So this is it. And here is what the guitar chords I created looks like. Now when I play them together, you would see they were really right on key next to each other. Here's what it sounds like together. So that's the way it sounds. So after that, now I have my drums, my percussions, I have the brass, I have the guitar. I decided to go full on vibe with this. Like I said before, I like pushing my kick, as in I like getting the vibe out of my kicks. Like I don't mess with my kicks when I'm making my instruments, my instrumentals. I have this kick right here. Let me solo that out. So you see, I actually place them directly on the playlist because I like going crazy with my kicks. I love my kicks hitting. So I arrange them directly on the playlist, and here's what it sounds like. So all together with the drum, and mind you, I have a kick here already before. This one is just this one is like the main kick. That one just complements it. So with the brass and then the guitar and then the percussion loop, here's what it sounds like. So after that, what I did next was I added this another guitar again from Expand. Okay. Another guitar from Expand, and I used the hard steel string guitar from guitars on Expand, and here is what it sounds like. Yeah, so that's what it sounds like. And in context with the the guitar melody, and then the drum and the percussion loop and the kick. Here's what it sounds like all together. So after that, what I did again was I added a keyboard, kind of like just to drive the beat on the ground, like an underground pad. So what I did was just play the same chords I got from the guitar right there. Here's what it sounds like. Yeah, a lot subtle, just subtle, but together it actually helps the beat a lot. So after that, what I added again was my bass line, and I was going for a kind of guitar kind of bass, so I had to just make it just I didn't just want to go for something dull, just boom. I did that for the bass on the verses, but this one was the main bass line, so I wanted it to actually drive with the beats too, to give it the vibe, to just create the extra bounce. So here's what it sounds like. So that's guitar, that's bass guitar was from Muffin. Just go on that bass here, and then you see it here. So that was the bass guitar. I used the acoustic FG, and Muffin has some very great sounds, some very nice sounds. So in contest with that, here's what it sounds like. And in contest with the brass, because they are in separate directions, this is what it sounds like. So that's what that sounds like. So what I added next again was another bass, because you can't expect this bass to just go all the way out. So I added this from Muffin, also the same bass. I duplicated that out to another pattern, and then I played this there. Yeah, something very simple from the same part, from the same Muffin there. So here's what it sounds like. I placed it on one of the verses, so when it enters, it just drives it with the brass. So here's what it sounds like. So that's it. That's it. So that's how I went about making this beat. So what I did next was just add a little bit of groove to it with this sound right here, just to add an extra groove to it, and then this also. So here's what it sounds like together with the beats. I consolidated this and then reversed it, and here's what it sounds like. Gave the beats this extra vibe. So together with this, here's what it sounds like. So that's how I went about making these beats. So what I did next was the mixing, as you can see. But I'll have a special tutorial. In my next tutorial, I will go about how I mix my, probably not my next tutorial, but in one of my tutorials, definitely I will go about how I mix my Afrobeat instrumentals, or rather my Afrobeat beats, so to say. So thank you so much for watching. Tibit out, producer with the vibe. Catch you in my next video.